Hey, what's up everybody? So I'm back with another video. So I told you all that I was going to tell you why I haven't been posting on this channel, Just My Nicole, which is now named Neal. And the reason is because I was uploading videos on this channel and I was wondering, I was like, I've been on this channel for a long time. Why am I not getting that many views? And I know it's kind of like a really self-centered thing to think about, but I was kind of confused. I was like, wow, because my friend, she had just made a YouTube, right? And so I was like, okay, cool. So I subscribed to her, and literally she only had it for a good month, not even a month, a few weeks, and she had 100,000 subscribers. And I was just like, why don't I have 100,000 subscribers? But regardless of the fact, so I stopped filming on here because I thought it was a technical problem, which it kind of was. I found out that if you change your name on YouTube, so I changed my Just My Nicole to something else, and then I didn't know that if you changed your name, it made it harder for people to find your videos because you just changed your name and they're not used to it. So I was like, okay. So before I knew all of that, I went and I made another channel called Simply Mari. Sorry, I'm kind of sick, but I made a new channel called Simply Mari and I started uploading on there. But then I came back to this channel and I saw that my hair video had thousands of views, and I was just like, what the actual fudge? So basically I came back to this channel and that's all that's happening. Just want to let you know why I was gone and everything that happened, and now that we've covered that, let's get on to this video, shall we? Let's go. Let's just get on to it. Yeah, so I just want to discuss thigh gaps. That's what we're going to talk about today. And so this video is really about towards girls or even guys, because how guys can feel it too, but it's just about being happy with yourself and your body type. Okay, so a few weeks ago, or it was a month ago, my two guy friends at school, there were two of them, and they came up to me and they had just walked up and they were like, Shmari, can we ask you a question? I'm like, sure, because yeah. So they asked me and they were like, what is your view on thighs? I was like, what does that mean? And they were just like, well, your view, basically what do you think about them? Why do girls freak out so much about them? So I told them, I was like, well, personally for me, I just don't like the size of mine. And they looked at mine and they were just like, Shmari, what are you talking about? They're great. I'm like, thanks, but and then I was like, and as for the rest of this gender, most girls feel that they need a thigh gap, and they were just like, but thigh gaps are so unattractive. I'm just like, I know, but I know that's what you think, but it's that's what goes on in our heads. So yeah, and I just want to let's just get one thing straight to all of you out there, whoever's watching this. If you do not have a thigh gap, there is nothing wrong with that. Let me just tell you something. I've talked to so many guys, okay, and so many guys have told me the same thing. They're like, thigh gaps are not attractive at all. And so I'm not saying every guy in the world thinks that thigh gaps aren't attractive. There's probably some guys that do think it's attractive, but the majority of the guys that I've talked to and I've asked, or they've told me, they don't think the thigh gaps are that attractive. So honestly, you have more of a 85.5% of finding someone who doesn't even think thigh gaps are attractive, so you don't really need to have one. Now, just for the sake of this video, I'm gonna say that if you have a thigh gap, there's nothing wrong with that, okay? Thigh gaps are fine. If you have one, doesn't mean anything's wrong with you, doesn't mean it's a good thing, doesn't mean it's a bad thing, it doesn't mean anything, it's just your body, and that's fine. Everybody has a different body type, okay? There's curvy people, there's skinny people, there's average people, there's hourglass, pear, there's so many different types of body types that there are that it's ridiculous. I'm just here to tell you, okay? I don't want you to feel insecure about yourself because of the size of your thighs. Some of us, we're just kind of in our head, it's yes, it is a big of a deal. I need a thigh gap. Why are my thighs touching? Why is this happening? Why am I fat? And it's these things go on in our head, and it's just we don't realize how stupid it is until like somebody either brings it to the light or we find out for ourselves. Like for me, my thighs, I got a little bit chubby during last year, and which was my sophomore year. And so I look back on pictures and I'm just looking at myself and I'm like, oh my god, like, because at the time I didn't even know I was that thick, you feel me? So it's like, at the time I was just like, you know, whatever, this is my, like, you know. So I never thought anything of it, and then I started looking back at pictures this year. I'm like, oh my god. But anyway, back to the point of this video. My thighs would touch, okay, since I got chubby. So my thighs started to go, you know, they got thick and they started touching while I was walking and, you know, doing this little thing. I was like, this is disgusting. I hate the fact that my thighs are getting this big and that they're this big and that they're touching every time I walk. I'm so fat. That's literally what went on through my head every day. This previous summer, started working out. I was like, I can't do this. I need a thigh gap. I need a thigh gap. And at this time, that's when like thigh gaps were like all over like Tumblr and Facebook and Instagram and everything. And I was just like, I need one. I need one. I need one now. I don't have a thigh gap still, and it's fine. But after I worked out and stuff, and I came back to school, I definitely lost some weight this summer. But after I worked out, I came and I was like, okay. And so I have dance, and we wear leotards and tights and booty shorts and everything, you know, the whole shebang. So I walked into class one day, and we have mirrors because it's a dance class. So we have mirrors, and I went and I stood in front of the mirror. I'm like, wow, I'm getting some space in between. My thighs do not touch. And I just think that's just my story. And at the time, I was just going crazy. I was like, this is not okay. But I just want to let you know, you right there who's watching this video, I want to let you know it's fine, okay? Having thighs that touch, there's nothing wrong with that, honestly. Thighs are just a body part, okay? They do not define you. Your thighs do not define you, okay? They don't change anything about you. It's just your body. Everybody's body is different, okay? It's not like you're gonna walk around and see like everybody with a thigh gap, okay? You're fine. If you do not have a thigh gap, you are fine. If you do have a thigh gap, you're fine. Like, there's nothing separating anybody from anything. If you're struggling with the fact that you don't have a thigh gap and you honestly really want one, I'm not saying that. Basically, I'm just going to let you know, if you really want a thigh gap, go ahead and work out. Just go ahead and do it. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I'm not going to be like one-sided. I always give two sides to every story. I was talking to this girl yesterday, and she was telling me about how she doesn't like her body or whatever. And I told her, I was like, if you don't like it, change it. But before you can do any of that, you have to learn to live with yourself as you are now before you make a change. And that's exactly the same for thigh gaps. So I'm growing content with not having a thigh gap because honestly, yeah, life. Don't stress over thigh gaps. You're beautiful. We're all beautiful in our own way. And that's pretty much all I'm going to say for this video. Just want to give you all a little insight, a little just, you know, let you know, because I think a lot of us girls do stress out over what our body looks like, of like what society thinks that girls should look like. So fine, you're you, be you, stay you, and that's pretty much all I have to say. So I'm going to leave it here. If you have anything you would like to say to any girls or guys, leave it in the comments down below. If you like these types of videos, give it a thumbs up. I would appreciate it, and definitely share. Yeah, so that's all I gotta say.